gut health and gluten free and all these other things I'm supposed to pay attention to and do. It's so confusing. I don't know what to give the most importance to as I'm trying to change and get healthier. How do you do it?
Yeah, well, health was not a metric that really meant a whole lot to me in the beginning. It means certainly more to me now, but like I think you got to get super refined with what your goal is. If your goal is just overall health, are we talking about blood markers? Because a lot of people can be obese and have good blood markers. We know that statistically, after some number of years being obese, there is a rapid decline in health, quote unquote health. And in these areas, like you'll see fatty liver disease and metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes and heart disease and things like that are kind of downstream effects of being obese. But like, what does healthy mean? And what are you doing? Like, why are you implementing a diet? For me, I wanted to lose weight, and then I was sold by people I consider to be like snake oil salesmen ideas like gut health and brain function and all these other kind of ancillary things that were sold to me as like, oh, I had a situation I had to fix before I could lose weight, right? Candida. You have candida. You're not going to be successful losing weight until you handle candida. And then I would do a candida diet and not and lose a little bit of weight on the candida diet and then not lose weight. And like none of that shit really matters. Are you trying to lose weight or are you trying to handle your gut? And if you're trying to handle your gut, do you have like real problems with your gut? Like, do you have IBS or colitis or like ulcers or any of these things? Or is it just some spooky guy on Instagram who's saying you have your gut is unhealthy? How does he know what your gut is doing? I don't know what your gut is doing. I have no idea. And if you're not having any of these problems, I wouldn't worry about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? I think, there's that wonderful quote, the dose makes the poison. And like, I've been thinking about that a lot. And the actual quote that was kind of distilled from is everything is poison, but it is the dose which can make it not poisonous. So that's really sane. Everything is poison. And it depends on how much of what you're taking in can make it acceptable for your body so that you're not harming yourself. Salt, water, you can drown yourself by overconsumption of water. That's crazy.
Mm,
So don't drink too much water, right?
mhm,
But generally, the message being pushed out there is drink all the water. Nobody's drinking enough water. Drink, but you could be like a super literal person or not understand what they're saying, and you could overdo it and drown from
mm,
overconsumption of water, right?
mm.
So all of that stuff, all of that noise, I try to disregard because none of those people know me. That message being pushed out there, I think they're almost always trying to sell you something, whether it's their diet plan or a supplement or a tea or a detox formula or a coaching package. So I tend to ignore that and go like, what is it exactly that I want? For a long time, I just wanted weight loss. Now, today, I want other health markers to improve. So I've made adjustments to my life to try to achieve those, but they're specific. It's not just this ambiguous thing of gut health. I don't have IBS, colitis, ulcers, acid reflux. What the does my gut need more health for? You know what I mean? I eat fiber. Are you not doing any of those things? I would completely ignore any of that stuff. I think the American diet has tons of excess omega 6 fats. So we now have people going, seed oils are demonic. And yeah, those seed oils are omega 6 fatty acids and they're used to preserve processed foods. So a lot of that stuff has that in it. But like becoming nuts about it, where if you're eating a bunch of whole foods and you're looking at like a little toasted sesame oil to add flavor to something and going like, no, this is a seed oil. I can't eat this. That's insane.
Mhm.
Like, you don't have
Mhm.
to do that. You can cook with a little grapeseed oil. It's not the end of the world. If you're eating the standard American diet where your Starbucks frappuccino has 40 grams of fat in it, yeah, maybe you want to cut down on that. Maybe you're just over consuming that stuff. But your body also needs omega-6 fatty acids. Like, that's a component that is useful to your body in a certain dose.
Mhm.
And if your only source of them are in seed oils and you completely remove them, there might be some bad, not optimal downstream effects from that. I don't know what exactly you're trying to achieve, but if you don't have gut problems, I would fucking ignore anybody trying to sell you on gut health. I really would.
I appreciate that. It's true. What are you trying to fix? What are you trying to handle? I love it. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
if you have IBS, maybe that requires some intervention. If you have colitis, please get it checked out.
Yeah.
Ulcers, acid reflux, those are all great things to sort out and work out, and possibly some dietary changes could be of assistance there, and
Mhm.
possibly some of them need some medicine. And like, I'm not a doctor, I'm not offering medical advice, but if you have one of those things, then by all means try to address it. But if you're just walking around in life going like, I want to lose some weight, and you got some guy going like, well, you have grain brain, that's the problem. Kim, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that guy.